we are streaming some of the last contestants for the SECTF4Kids Social Engineering Capture the Flag for Kids for DEF CON 2020. And so we have a series of puzzles laid out in a town, the first of which they're going to begin being an OSINT puzzle, or Open Source Intelligence, commonly known as Googling for Answers, with a specific objective. So they have to solve the puzzle, which is what is Chris Sandingy of SECom's middle name, and input the answer on these levers here. To translate the answer to numbers, they use T9 or telephone code to translate them into these numbers here. And once they input all the correct numbers, they can get through. We also have several other puzzles that are based on different things. This one's a logic puzzle. The one over here is a teamwork puzzle, which you communicate with your team and logic out how to get the path open so you can get to that chest at the end. We have others which are simple, following riddles and clues, others being aware of spatial reasoning, and a few more OSINT and other challenges. They have an hour to complete these objectives, and with each objective they complete, they will gather materials that will help them for the final part of this contest, which will be a cart launch. So as they go through, they collect rails and powered rails and other materials that they'll then use to create a cart launch at the end. It looks like they've progressed part way through here. It does look like they've solved the puzzle. So as you see, when you press the correct switches, it opens the doors. And if you press incorrect switches, it blocks your path. So let's see, where are they at now? Are they making their way into the puzzle, the challenge room? Oh, I hear them. I don't know if you guys heard them, but I heard them up here. Looks like they're exploring the mayor's apartment. Let's go check it out. Yeah, it looks like they're up there. One of them appears to be down in this puzzle. I've told them to get in contact with their teammates, and so then they can work together on that puzzle. This puzzle does require at least 2 players to complete, whereas this one requires all 3 players to be working together at the same time. And you'll see you'll have a central player that's supposed to be doing the platforming. You have different materials that are in these chests so that the other players can activate things and make it so that they can finally reach the goal. You have a little sign that says brain. But that's to follow up parkour for your brain. So you see there's some clues around here, and let's take a look inside. There's a chicken. That's not part of the clues. But you see there's a whole bunch of different things you can do. And you have to click through to find the answers. I've been instructed not to give away all the answers because we are going to make this server publicly available to everybody to play and try out for themselves. Contestants, of course, will get first dibs at owning the server themselves, and then we'll be releasing the both the server files and the McWorld, so that way people can access it as they wish. Town library puzzle requires a lever from a previous puzzle, aka the mayor's house, which is why we tell the teams to start there, to activate it. And if you look in there, oh, looks like they already got the book. You have a book that explains where to place said lever. One of them has started to try to figure this out, but they need to work together, which is a big part of social engineering, communications, and finding ways to work together. So, in order to do that, they will need to get with their teammates. Like I said, a large part of this is teamwork and working together in communications. It looks like they're on the general store puzzle. The one person's moved on from that, and looks like they found another Google puzzle. So let's sneak peek of the question right there, and they have to once more follow the answers that they find online, translate that to the levers that we have there, and then they can pass through. For demonstration purposes, I've replicated in one of the books they need, which is the library book puzzle, and you can see the kind of hints that we need here. So once they step in, they follow these instructions, decipher this riddle, and find the place where to put the lever they found from the puzzle before. So I'm going to put this back in there for them. And this is part of the receipt puzzle. So I've just mocked up a demonstration of what the book is here. So you see here you're given this code, 26 and 1. Receipts tell you where you've been. This one tells you where to go. And we have a sign here explaining it. Now this is a simple alphabet code with the digits 1 up. So as here, 26 plus 1, A equals 2, B equals 3. So using that kind of logic, we say, for instance here, we have 3 and 2 would be BA. Now that doesn't actually spell anything, but they have a full full word spelled out. That's a tongue twister right there for them, so that they can find the right path in the maze down below, because there is a 3-part path here. And so you dive down here, and you're onto the maze. And so you see we have 3 different words that can be solved for, and the actual receipt book would tell you how to do it. But let's see where they're at now. Ooh, looks like they started this puzzle as well. So this is an interesting one because it requires communication. Lets you communicate the position of certain objects in these chests as it correlates to up here with these puzzles. So you once more have to communicate with your team and try to figure out where things go with the materials that are provided. Let's see, are they farther down the path of friendship? Looks like they had started the path of friendship, but with the people crashing, it makes it a little bit difficult. Spend a good amount of time on these puzzles. If there's any puzzle people are interested in, you can let me know in chat here, and I will attempt to show it to you or demonstrate some of the principles involved. The For Lease House is one that has another question here. What year was Chris Adniggy's first book published? And a note that if you press all the switches, you won't be able to solve the puzzle. This is one that actually stops you from solving it if you try to brute force it, and you can no longer solve it. Brute forcing being the idea that you just try to press all the switches and see what's going on. So I designed one of them at least to prevent you from going any farther if you try that. Because that is not how you want you to solve the puzzle. I want you to be able to do the research and look it up. We find some other clever way around it, that's fine. But that one punishes you for trying to brute force it. So there's a few tricks in here that you have to figure out how to get to where you need to go. Following a little bit of clues, a little bit of exploration. This one as well is a lot of exploration in the restaurant. Let me show you. One of my teammates built this. It was pretty amazing. Look, it's just so stylish and aesthetic. This was not my doing, obviously. I just build complicated puzzles. And they make things look awesome. And have a different mind for puzzles. So it's great working with different people to see how each person thinks about and brings about challenges differently. While they're building, let's go out and take a tour of the town, stream. Whee! Just for a moment. So there was a village here, but my wonderful team, including Darth Paws and her 2 friends, allowed us to have something as beautiful as this. So they created an inn for people to wait in. They created a food court for people to get food in. They created a pen for all the sheep, because sheep are not allowed to be free. They created the little houses for the villagers were probably already here, question mark. We also have Discovery Island over there, which you can see in the distance with its magnificent treehouse and secondary puzzles. We have a special event center over here, and several other hidden adventures within this world. So, just giving you a glimpse of how much awesome effort they put into this. Now let's take a look and see how the progress is going with the contestants. Team number 1 looks to be going extremely vertical right from the start. We have others interesting, using the carpet left behind from some of the fabric stores. And this is why I wanted to do this as the final challenge, because you have things that people picked up from their activities, and they can use them in a myriad of creative ways. With even one powered rail and the amount of rails they got, they can launch in so many different ways, especially given the building materials, that I really am looking forward to seeing how they would get everything done. Anything you've collected in your journey, you may use. If I catch you using brick, though, you're in trouble, because then I'll know what you did. Only an insane person would decide to make a kids competition in Minecraft during DEF CON online. We have people extending their reach with hay bales. I love it. Yes, so if you completed the OSINT or Google challenges, you will get powered rails from those. If you didn't, you're going to have to find out a more clever way to get your cart moving. Somebody's eating all of the cake? That's an admin. A cake pyramid. Fine, do you know what? I'll make it even grander than it was before. Cool, look, he's got a little jump in his. He's got a little jump. Awesome. Um, but now, team, do you understand why I wanted the launch thing? Because they get to be so creative with it. I love it. See, somebody's threatening to eat my cake again. No, don't eat it all! I'm the sad. I'm being bullied. Now, once everybody gets their own copy of this, they can build their own crazy things in it. And when you do, I want everybody to tweet them at me and at Social Engineer because, well, if you tweet them at Social Engineer, I may not see them, but if you tweet them at me, I'll definitely see them. Once we release the server, there's lots of tutorial videos and articles on how to make it work in your own world. It's much easier on a PC. Also, once you have the file, if you get a tech-savvy friend, they can put it up on a server. And, well, not sponsored, I can tell you which server company I like to use, which is Apex Minecraft Hosting, and they're super helpful with this. So I just uploaded the file. So I downloaded the file after it was built, edited it in my single player file, and then re-uploaded it to the server, and it was great. With 6 minutes to spare, I'll release the secret that I've been holding back this whole time. You guys were given wooden planks and redstone. Do you know what you can make with that? Anybody? No? Class? Redstone torches. So this is a redstone torch here. When you put it down, it powers the rail. So if you have all 6 rails, but only 2 pressure plates, how do you power them all? Well, you can put them next to each other to get them to go faster at a time, or you can stagger them like this. And then you activate with your other players the pressure plates, and you can stagger the power to get you going farther. If any of you have last minute adjustments you want to make, go ahead and try it. Yes, that means everybody stop building. Put your carts down. Carts. Carts. At your leisure. Fire. Launch your carts. Go, go, go. Alright. Marker for that cart. Marker for that cart. Marker for that cart. The winner of this competition so far is... What happened to that marker? It appears to be Team 1. If you'd like to relaunch your cart, please, just so we can have a finalized marker. This actually is only 1 block farther than Team... What team is this? This is Team 8. So first place, we have Team 1. Second place, we have Team 8. And fashion contest-wise, I think you all did some pretty amazing things. There's lecterns in this one. There's, like, carpet in this one. Some people were working on their own without much help. This one was really clever because you started up from high and got farther using the minimal resources you had. Thank you all for participating. And now, let me kill the music. You guys want to see some fireworks? Go team SECTF4Kids! Everyone, you guys did awesome. Seriously, this was a huge experiment, and for the most part, you guys cooperated immensely well, and I'm really thankful and appreciative for it. Um, there were some issues, as always, technical side that we could not get around, but everybody seemed to do their best to compete in a fair and wholesome manner, and I hope you guys had fun. If you have any feedback, please let me know. I'm going to be releasing into SECTF4Kids chat my contact information, both my Twitter handle and my email that you can reach out to me at. Thank you, and have a wonderful DEF CON life, week, month, summer. Thank you.